And so the main event begins. Here we go. Knight Artorias, the legend himself, the Abyss Walker. We are in the past, so Artorias is alive for now. But sadly, we are not seeing him in his full glory. The Artorias before us has been all but defeated by the Abyss itself. He is all sorts of jacked up. So his left arm is completely broken and dangling. And this is not confirmed in any way. Some people speculate that Artorias is actually left-handed, that it would be his predominant arm, and should he be fighting you straight up, he would actually be holding that big sword in his left arm. That's super unconfirmed. There's some credence to it. There's a weapon in Dark Souls 2 that's not called Artorias' sword, but looks remarkably like it. And its item description says that, like, it's a sword that's, like, passed down through ages, and its users are always left-handed or something like that. So some people like to speculate that Artorias is such a big badass that even fighting in his offhand right now, that he can still take you, and he's still good to go, and that maybe the Chosen Undead would have no chance if they were fighting Artorias in his prime. But who knows, that's super unconfirmed. So he's just rife with Abyss goo. And we are getting into the truth of what actually happened here in Ullasil. God, that attack really goes and goes and goes, huh? Ullasil has been completely ruined by the Abyss. The reason it's gone in our time is because it did not survive this event. And Artorias' legend starts here. Like, obviously, he's one of Gwyn's 4 knights, which means even at this time, he's alongside Ornstein. Ornstein's obviously still around, as well as his 2 other knights, Goff and Kieran. And he's a huge badass. He's into wolves. But unfortunately, like, Artorias' legend ends here. The legend goes that, you know, he traversed the Abyss, he fought it, he defeated it, but lost his life in the process. But is that actually the truth? Because right now, it sure as hell doesn't look like he defeated the Abyss. I think it's about time that I start fighting him for real. I need to stop goofing around. He is tough. So, taking him seriously is going to make this... Ooh. A bit of a fight. The other thing is I didn't come in here with full resources. Yes, this isn't as important, but I used, like, almost all of my lightning spears, just killing all those enemies in the Royal Wood. This is bad. Ooh. Ooh, good dodge, Artorias. Also, Artorias is just Guts from Berserk. He is quite clearly Guts. The, like, main key art for this DLC, which is called Artorias of the Abyss, the main art of Artorias is, like, clearly lifted from a art of from Berserk of Guts. They are, like, 1-to-1. Like, Miyazaki doesn't even care. He's like, I really like Berserk. Ooh, blow in the open. You gonna dodge? Ooh, he ate it in the face. Bad. Well, we traded. Drink. Oh, he's doing this shit. I throw a lightning spear at him. I throw 2. How about a third one? I did get him. Alright, I still have the sunlight blade in my pocket. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was a good dodge. Holy shit. No, that's bad. Oh! He did so much damage that he not only negated my drink, but he actually did more like, he took off more health than I had before the drink. Ooh. Drink. Oh, he's going into his final phase. Ah, damn it. I forgot that did an AoE. I'm dumb. I'm done. I rolled too early and I didn't have my shield out. Okay, now we can give him more of an earnest attempt. He's cool though, isn't he? He's pretty damn cool. He's Artorias. I can just tell that Miyazaki loves this dude. You can just tell, not just because of like the guts reference or anything, but man, you really get the feeling that he was in love with this character, and clearly FromSoftware knew before Dark Souls ever came out that this DLC was going to happen and Artorias was going to be in it. They knew. Because it was, like, they could have easily not have written Artorias to be dead. They could have put him in the main game, but they didn't. And I think it's because Miyazaki tends to have, like, an infatuation for characters like Artorias. He really likes the concept of, like, something that's very grand and glorious but has fallen from grace. And that's very much what Artorias is. He is an incredible knight, super strong, but you get him not in his, in his prime. You get him at his worst. Literally having the worst day of his life right now. Getting his ass kicked by the Abyss. Another weird note is one that we haven't gotten to read because it's impossible now. But should you kill Ornstein last in the ONS fight, and Ornstein's armor unlocks over at Dommel, I recently, I guess maybe if I did know, I forgot, but Ornstein in that item description of his armor is confirmed to be the captain of the Four Knights, which I find interesting because I would have thought that Artorias would be, because Artorias seems to be way tougher, even in this state. So whether or not that description of Ornstein means like he became captain after the events of Lucille in the Abyss, after Artorias died, I don't know. But then again, there's that question about, of whether or not the Ornstein we fought in Anor Londo, whether or not that was actually Ornstein. I mean, you feel like it should be, because obviously you can get his soul from that fight, and you can get his ring too. I missed out on the Leo ring. Did I call Artorias' ring the Leo ring? It's the wolf ring is his. Ooh. So, like, whether or not that was actually Ornstein, questionable, but I don't know. It's mainly because Dark Souls 2 and 3 fucked that up. Eat this great lightning spear. Oh, it went over his head. What the fuck? That got him in midair. That was sick. Oh, there he goes. Let's drink. I walk on and hurl a great lightning spear, at least one at him. Went over his head again. Oh, that hit me. Shit. Drink. Oh, that's bad. Drink. Ah, damn it. I'm dead. Oh, this is going to take a couple more tries. I had a really good rhythm that first time. I can get him, though. I don't think I'm going to be here for like an hour going against this fight. I'm pretty familiar with Artorias, as well as the fact that I think I'm a little over-leveled for this point. Now, granted, again, some of those points are into things that don't matter, like my stupid intelligence. But overall, I'm pretty well prepared. You can come here into the DLC a lot earlier than I have. Now, one negative about Dark Souls, and Bloodborne has this problem too, luckily Dark Souls 2 and 3 don't, is that if you want to play the DLC, if like Well, it doesn't matter now with the Remastered Edition, and Prepare to Die came with the DLC packed in as well. But like when the game came out on 360 and PS3, there was a problem in that accessing the DLC was really hard. Like, if you had to go back to your old file, like the progress you had already made, well, if you beat the game, then that's not any good. Because the second you beat Dark Souls 1, you are automatically sent into New Game Plus. I'm pretty sure, anyway. And technically, there's like a tiny little like grace period after you beat the final boss, but I don't think you can actually go back to the main world at that point. Though I guess we could test it a little later, but I'm pretty sure you can't. And yeah, that's a problem. So people who already played the game and beat it with their like main file, it's like, well shit, I can't do the DLC now because that file is a New Game Plus. So your options are start over with a New Game file or work your way to the DLC in New Game Plus, where everything's harder, obviously. So we'll fight Artorias in New Game Plus, see how strong he is. So then if you're starting a new file, just for the purpose of like, okay, I'm going to play through Dark Souls again and I'm going to at least do the DLC, then you have the problem of like actually getting to the DLC. And that causes a real big problem. The DLC is completely inaccessible until you have placed the Lord Vessel. So you gotta ring both bells, you gotta go to Anarlando, you gotta beat Ornstein and Smo. You gotta do all that before you can even think about getting into the DLC. That creates another problem in terms of storytelling that we will get to a little later. There's a cool piece of content that was added into the main game because of the DLC, but that content is impossible to see without placing the Lord Vessel. Alright, Artorias, you gonna do this now? Or you're gonna get some Great Lightning Spear in your face? Drink. Oh yeah, I got time for this one. Oh, he got me! What the fuck? That felt like a good roll. Ooh. See if I can bait him into doing like another big attack that I'll miss. That works. Ooh, blew me open. Roll. Do a little bit of this. We're both buffing. Look at this. No, wrong thing's out. Great Lightning Spear. Got him. Oh, that's a kill. Holy shit, that did my entire health bar. I was late on the roll. Jesus Christ, Artorias. Alright, Artorias, round 4. Got my buff on already. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Come on, Artorias. Uh-oh. What? Did I just miss? How? Oh, shit. That did a lot of damage. Alright. Drink. Ooh, got in right over my shield there. I was a split second too late on that one. Eat Great Lightning Spear, fool. Oh! Holy shit. Drink. And roll. Ooh, one more, Artorias. Uh-oh. Gotcha, motherfucker. That's as close as it gets. Made a mistake there at the end. But I won. Check out his soul. that doesn't tell you that he's corrupted, I don't know what will. His soul has gone dark, which should not happen to someone out of the god race. Soul of Artorias. Soul of Lord Gawain's knight Artorias, who was consumed by the abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the abyss only told half of the story. It seems that he was defeated, and his honor preserved by some unsung hero, who is the true victor over the abyss. So Artorias didn't defeat the abyss. You did. I love this DLC. It turns out that the entire story of the Abyss Walker is bullshit, and it's actually like a self-actualization story about what actually went down, and the fact that you're like now on a path of predetermined destiny. It's freaking rad. Alright, so there's like an entire thing to look at in this structure, but I'll deal with that in a moment. Take a seat at this bonfire. And let's level up. Get a little bit more faith. Going to 50. Let's see here. Let me look at my equipment. Yeah, I do have the ring on. He just wasn't feeling those lightning spears in the second half of that fight. They were not doing a whole lot of damage. Alright. Why is this fogged up? Does this always start off fogged up? I guess it does. Enter the gazebo. Purple Coward's Crystal. Has this always been a part of the game? Well, I know this room has. I don't remember that fog door or this item. I guess I'm just stupid. That or it's new. I don't think it's new. Purple Coward's Crystal. Online play item. Quit Battle of Stoicism. Session ends if host leaves. Victory in this battle once led to ancient Anorlando, but even in the absence of its overseer, capitulation is a disgrace. In the name of a warrior's honor, do not quickly resort to use of this crystal. Let me read that again. Victory in this battle once led to ancient Anorlando. What? How so? Oh. So these are dev notes. This is like an online dual battle arena for PvP. I'm not going to participate in this because we all know I'm trash in PvP. But the way that this used to go in the old versions of the game is that this shit didn't work. It's not so much that like it quote unquote didn't work, but it's more that people didn't use this. So FromSoftware really tried. They're like, okay, people really want to fight each other. Let's create a system in the DLC to where they can do that. And what ended up happening is that I guess the community wasn't really pleased with like the way FromSoftware set it up. So instead, can we see it from here? Let me get this item. So instead, that area I just was, where we got our new bonfire down there, that's the real PvP zone. I'm going to go human over there at that bonfire in a moment. And when I do, there are high chances that I'm going to be invaded. Granted, maybe not. It's kind of late at night right now. It's the middle of the night. So activity might not be too high, but still, it has happened to me in the past. Even when I'm playing like the PC version, which doesn't have a lot of activity in the past. So given that this game is fairly recent, there's a decent chance I will be invaded immediately. People like PvPing in the DLC a whole lot. So we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, that door's locked. We'll have to get a key for that later. Let's see, did it happen already? No, it has not. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. Something's supposed to change in here. And I guess it happens... I thought sitting at the bonfire would do it, but I guess it happens later. Check it out. This is the thing that Artorias attacked in the cutscene, and he threw it at me too. That'd be crazy if that was like an actual gameplay mechanic. If like the second the fight start, like that thing hits you in the face. Yo, is this the first time we've seen one of these? It is. I thought they took this out of Remastered. I haven't been seeing them. This is someone doing well, it's gone now. That was someone doing a miracle. Someone else in the world, another player. And I can't remember exactly how it is they work. Only certain miracles do it too, I think. But they leave little white rings in other players' worlds. I think they come off of like certain healing miracles or something. Maybe the ones that are for Guinevere's Covenant do it. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's reverse hollowing. Let's see if I get immediately invaded. That thing will fog up if I am. There are the summon signs. Oh, Dragon Bros. They're here. Alright, there is a place I'm supposed to go, but I'm not quite sure where it is. There's a reason I went human. Oh, there's Gravelord stuff here too. Everyone getting in. Surprised a human hasn't invaded me already. This is Uasil. This is Uasil proper. And here are the enemies in Uasil. Any ideas as to what they are? They're humans. At least I think they are. Or were. So this is one of those things that, like, I feel dumb because I should have researched this better. And gotten, like, a definitive answer as to, like, what Uasil is. I've been under the assumption that Uasil was a human township. And now, granted, some stuff in, namely Dark Souls 3 kind of makes me think otherwise. That's a human. So, they're probably going in behind me. Yeah, there they are. That's the freaking, their sorcerer. They got, Seath Sword. Moonlight Greatsword. They're gonna use hexes. Oh, God, I'm fucking done. Drink. Fucking Moonlight Greatsword bullshit. Drink. Yeah, I'm done. Ugh, now I gotta waste... Well, I have an extra humanity on me, so I'll go pick that up. Ugh, fucking PvP area. Did you hear that scream right there at the end? Uasil's a good place. Good neighborhood. Well, it was. Until this shit happened. But yeah, whether or not Uasil's technically a human town, I have my doubts now. I feel like I should probably have a better answer for you, but I don't at the moment. Because, like, what I've learned from some future Souls games is that the idea of there being, like, human settlement within Lordran is really bizarre, especially during the Age of Fire. Now, our time, when, where the Chosen Undead comes from, it's a little bit more believable because we have a history of, like, soldiers from other lands coming in, like the Berenique people and the Balder Knights and all that. So it's kind of like, okay, they went into, like, they came to Lordran for presumably the same purpose. They're doing the prophecy or whatever. Maybe they might all be out to link the fire or something. So it kind of makes sense, like, well, maybe they came in droves, and that's how the Undead Parish got settled, and the Undead Burg and all that. Maybe that's how all that happened. But then we come to this time, and we know from the landscape over there in the Royal Wood that those places don't exist yet, that they've literally not been built. So, is there human settlement in this part of Lordran? Not really clear. Then again, New Londo must have been in the Age of Fire because New Londo existed in order for Gwyn to give part of his soul to the Four Kings before they also fucked up and got run over by the Abyss. So maybe there was human settlement. It's just that things in future Souls games has kind of like set this idea up that, like, no way, the Lords didn't like humans. They really probably wouldn't want to live next door to humans. But maybe that was at the beginning of the Age of Fire, and maybe maybe it was unavoidable. Like, as time went on, it's like, there's too many of them, just ignore them. Who knows? Like, literally, who knows? Because, God, future games have made it really confusing. Anyway, so if this is a human town, those guys are humans. They are what happens when you get really screwed up by the Abyss. I'm going to assume that this place, that, like, what happened here, happened well before New Londo. So I'm guessing that this place was, like, the prototype. And based on... Oh, fuck this enemy. Doesn't that look familiar? Kind of looks like the magic that some invaders have used against me, like that last one. Yeah, so there's been some dark magic They're called, I believe, hexes in this game, or maybe that's Dark Souls 2. I don't remember. We've seen some invaders use them against me, and if you're wondering where they come from the DLC. They're not in the base game, and they don't count towards the trophy for finding sorceries, because I have that trophy without having picked up one of these dark sorceries just yet. They are sorceries that are based on humanity. That's why they look like that. So yeah, I assume that Ullasil is kind of like the prototype for New Londo, and that the decision to just like nuke New Londo when shit started to go sour and just flood the place, I'm guessing is based on what happened in Ullasil. That if Gwyn was around at the time, or whoever was in charge, they saw that shit happening and they were like, nope, not this shit again. Fucking flood it. Just get rid of it now. Fuck these guys. Their sorceries hurt so bad. In fact, I think there's like 2 of them in this room, and this room's a death trap. Oh, you bitch! Get back here. Ooh. Okay, Crush Shield, really good for this. I thought so. Even though it's like dark magic, it's still magic, so the Crush Shield still rocks. This is a weird room. There are 2 empty chests here, and I don't know why. Maybe Artorias opened them, but he left this one behind, because maybe he didn't want this shit. The Dark Orb. There's our first one. This might technically be a pyromancy, though, given that it's an orb. Let's see, is it with the pyromancies? No, it looks like it's a sorcery. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Ullasil sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fired giant dark orb. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, Abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps human souls, because of their humanity, produce sorceries with more tangible presence. Okay, so maybe that's just well, no, it has to be doing some magic damage, or else my shield would be able to absorb all of it. So I don't know exactly how the properties are split up on the damage for these things. They look cool, don't they? I know a lot of sorcerers they want to get into the DLC as quickly as possible, so that they can get the crazy sorceries that are in it. Oh, is over here what I think it is? Sure is. This guy's a free kill. He's supposed to be too. So that you can get this. The I'm sorry carving. Oh man. Oh man. This is some of my favorite stuff. Where is it? Gotta go down here. Here we go.
I'm sorry.
We heard one of these. I can't remember which one. But an invader, I believe, used one against me. And I said, like, oh, he's been in the DLC. Oh, Gravelord stuff. Here we go. I'm sorry carving. Head carved by Archtrees by Golf in his imprisonment. Golf imparts an emotion to each and every completed carving, which helps him achieve personal enlightenment. When a head is disturbed, it speaks, reflecting the emotion conferred to it. This head says, I'm sorry. Have another look. Isn't that an expression of atonement? Well, this is interesting item descriptions. I think I've read these before, I just didn't take them very seriously, so now that I am, I'm like, well, that's weird. There are more of them in the DLC. There's like an entire set, and they're just goofy little items that you can use mainly in co-op and PvP. So, because, like, there's no chat system, there's only the stupid the message system with like its predetermined things. Screams. Is there a guy that can get to me from here? I don't know. I believe this is a dev note. Let there be light. Well, there he goes.